Hi, this is Benjamin Sklar presenting my final project for the Android class. My project is a raw and Android version of the board game. The first version was text-based, as we can see here. With version 2, I improved it to use various graphics, but it was still pretty limited. With version 2.1, I greatly improved the layout and added animation. And targeted several different phones and tablets using the same layout, but adjusting it by using dimens.xml based on the qualifier shortest width, allowing me to target small and medium phones and medium and large tablets. The animation was more difficult than expected, especially combining scaling and translation. It was difficult to get Animation Listener to work correctly, particularly when I had several image views or tiles being animated at the same time, and the static images that were in place after the animation is done needed to appear at the correct time. And in version 0.3, I added sharing of the final score and uploading of the final score to AWS DynamoDB. I really need to improve the animation some more, write some reasonable AI players, and add networking with other devices for multiple human players. And I'm looking at Google Play Game Services, which has matchmaking and turn-based game services. As we can see here, as I draw a tile, it moves to the center and animates into its final place. I intended this to also start small and scale large until it hit the center and then shrink into place. As we see it go again, it seems to be working fine. And then this goes up there. And as you saw, this tile appeared in place before the animation actually got there. And then when we actually win an auction, you can see it's kind of messed up, but when the auction is finally won, they moved over to the player and faded, but these static images were left over at the end. However, we can easily get rid of these by just going to another activity and coming back. And I'll quickly go through this and try and end the game as fast as I can. I'm going to turn off the animation to speed it up. And we do that by going to Settings, turning off animation, resume the game. And now the game is over, and we see we have sharing here, which uses one of your sharing app and sends the final score to whoever you please, and specifying who are the AI players. And if we go to DynamoDB, here's an older score. We refresh, and we have the new score with a unique ID, the date, time, number of players, whether the player is human or not. This is a Boolean value, their names, and since we didn't have a fourth or fifth player, those were not put in, and then their scores, and player 4 and 5 were not there, so I put in a flag of integer min value. We go back to the app, we shrink out of this, and we go back, and the game is over. And we're back to the starting screen. Thank you very much. Again, this is Benjamin Sklar with Raw, the Android version of a board game.